Hello, everyone. This is Cindy Seidelman. Once again, we have a brand new Game Show Network original that we're going to talk about this time around. And they've kind of hit out of the park recently with a lot of their originals. I mean, Split Second is amazing. People Puzzler is great. Masterminds is great. America Says fantastic. The new chain reaction they have out there is far and away the best one out of almost all of them. I'm sure there's been the hiccup here and there, especially with Get a Clue and Tug of Words, and more recently, Hey Yahoo has been taken off the schedule for some odd reason. I don't know if that's coming back or not. But there is a brand new one that debuted on Monday. That is Monday, January 8th, 2024. And that is Blank Slate with Mario Lopez. Now, Blank Slate actually does something that not a lot of GSN shows have done. They actually have celebrities. I don't think there's been a regular GSN show that has used celebrities since, I want to say, Mind of a Man back in 2014. But in this instance, there's two teams of two. They're paired up with a celebrity, and they have to play a game where they fill in the blanks. And if they do it better than anybody else, they have a shot at winning the $10,000 Game Show Network grand prize. Now, something that's also comes along with a lot of Game Show Network originals right now is it's usually a takeoff on something, if not an outright revival itself. Chain Reaction and a Split Second or outright revivals. America Says is like Family Feud mixed with a word game. Get a Clue is kind of like their version of Pyramid. Tug of Words, if anybody remembers the UK show Chain Letters, that was kind of like that. People Puzzler is Crosswits, and it kind of goes on and on. For Blank Slate, the answer is what is it their take on? It's 1960s match game. It's the original match game that it's their take on. And when I say take, it literally is take because that's kind of the show what they're doing. The format is simply this. Host Mario Lopez, we'll talk about him later. He'll read a statement and there's a blank on it. Kind of like the same type of statements that you would hear on an episode of Match Game. The team that's in control will write down their answers, and if any of them match, they get points. Now, another thing that they've added is an online element. They've asked these questions online, and the answer that got the most response is deemed the online match. And if any of the responses match what the online audience said, then they would also score bonus points. It's okay. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. It's functional. It's sometimes it can be enjoyable, but sometimes, like the match game of old, you do get some contestants that have pretty daft answers. So, I don't think you'll ever see a team with a perfect score. So, you can just get that out of your head right away. There's never going to be a team with a perfect score. The first round matches are worth 100 points and 200 if it's the online match. My memory's kind of a bit hazy on that. And round 2, it's double. Round 3 is more interesting because there are 2 blanks that you got to fill in, and it's worth 300 bucks a piece, 300 points a piece. So round 3 is essentially the golden snitch, if it were, because if you match a lot in round 3 with all of your partners and the online audience, I think you get like 1,800. Because it's six. I want to say 1,800. Yeah, 306 matches with your two partners and the audience. So possibility 1,800 points. So there's. It all depends on how everything goes in the final round. And that's okay. The bonus game is you gotta. Yeah, you now play with the two celebrities. You come up with one answer, and you gotta pick the one celebrity who you think you will match. And if you get 3 out of 4, you'll win the $10,000. If not, then I think you get $1,000 just by winning the game, which is fine. That's what a lot of GSN shows do. I think the only one that doesn't do it that way is the new Chain Reaction. And oddly enough, that has the potential with the most money. I think if you play perfectly, you could win over $15,000. I know America says jackpot is 15,000. Everybody else's is 10, and that's all right. Even though Masterminds does have returning champions, so you potentially 20 or 30,000. What I like about the show is that it's fast paced. Like everything moves, everything works. Sure, it's essentially a rip-off of Match Game, but we've seen a lot of Match Game clones out there over the years. I do dig the set, even though it does look like the background is like a generic cityscape with basically blank CDs taped onto the background. It's fine, it looks good. What does kind of get me is it's kind of needs a host that can play off the daftness. Mario Lopez is not that host. He's personable, he's okay, but to me personally, he's like the Peru of game show hosts. Or, to quote one of the greatest AEW World Heavyweight Champions of all time in Maxwell Jacob Friedman, aka MJF, he is, by all accounts, mid. He is a mid host. Any show that he does, he gives it like 6 out of 10. He is a 6 out of 10 host. I haven't seen him do a bad job on a show, and I've seen him do Candy Crush. He didn't do a bad job there. Just everything else around him sucked on that show. Blank slate, format's fine, set's fine. He's fine. The celebrities on the show are basically C-level comedians, which I kind of get. Because you want somebody that can come up with a good joke and also play the game well. I think the celebrities so far in the episodes that have aired so far have played the game well, but the jokes are kind of hit and miss. But that happens. Do I think it's a great show? No. I'm not a fan of Match Game knockoffs. Like, if you have a network and you have the knockoff, but you're also airing the genuine article, why not just watch the genuine article? And that's what kind of gets me about this. If they didn't have Match Game still airing in the late morning, early afternoon, what's the point? So, as for a final grade on Blank Slate, I'm going to give it a C+. It's a good show, but I kind of wish there was more. I just kind of wish, the contestants... I'm not going to say... I think the contestants are fine. What their casting is fine so far. I do kind of wish that the contestants played the game a bit better. But that's what you get sometimes with Match Game knockoffs, that you will get the really daft answers. Anyway, that's going to do it for me for this game show review. I thank everybody who's watching these reviews. we're going to have more reviews coming because over the next couple of days, Gladiators comes back not only in the UK, but also Australia as well. So next week, you're going to get 2 Gladiator reviews, along with other videos as well. We're going to have a home game video about Family Feud back from 1977. And later on, you're going to get a tier maker video about kids' game shows. And I just hope you all enjoy the videos that are coming out. We're bringing out more content this year, so whether it be these reviews, whether it be tier makers, home games, I believe Mark Power's working on a few games of Canada, so those will be coming. A lot more stuff is coming this year. With that being said, thank you for watching. Leave a comment below. Tell me how you think Blank Slate is. Put a letter grade down there. Thumbs up the video. Share it on all the socials. And if you really want to help support the channel, subscribe to the channel. Click that bell to get notified about a new video coming up. Also, please, if you really want to help us out, become a Patreon backer at patreon.com/GameShowGumbo. And you'll get your name on the big videos that are coming out soon. So the next big video will be come out Sunday, is the home game, Family Feud. Your name will be on the credits in a future video like that one. Until then, this is Cindy Sodelman saying goodbye, everybody.